Roll out!
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Collectors Club 2015 Member Exclusive figure Lio Convoy, and I love this toy. So right now, obviously, we're not looking at the figure like we usually are. We're looking at the box that it actually came packaged in. And this is my first Transformers Collectors Club exclusive figure. I actually signed up specifically because I wanted to get this figure. So this is the first time I've ever got one of these, so I thought it would be fun to just go ahead and open it in front of the camera just so you guys can see the way it comes packed. So as you can see, the box is it's just a plain brown box with really no markings other than the stickers that it's got sealing the box themselves. It just says 2015 TCC Member Lio Convoy, and that's about it, other than the those three stickers and the label on the top with my address, which is none of your business. So moving on, we go ahead and get the package opened up, and you've got some gray insert right there, and you can remove this, and right in there you see your Lio Convoy figure packed right in there. He's got his weapons attached. I'm going to go ahead and take that guy out of there. So he's very well protected. I really like that. The box is a good, about 3 times the size of the figure. So he's in there, packed in there with some foam, and he's very well protected, and I really like that about that. So we can get that figure out. And then if you look under the rest of that foam insert right there, right in here we've got another little envelope which contains our instructions and a little card right there. So at this point we can get rid of the box and take a closer look at the figure. So looking at the insert itself before we get started with the figure, this is just your average plastic baggie right here. We get this guy opened up, and right in here we're going to see the instructions. Now the instructions are not that laminated sheets paper that we're used to getting with Transformers. This almost seems like more like copy paper. It's not. It's a little better than copy paper, but it just looks like black and white copy. But nevertheless, very nice. The detail and the print quality on this is nice. It's okay. And then you've got your instructions right there. Everything's in black and white. There you go. There's your instructions, and then we've got this card right here, the Collectors Club right here. So you've got yourself your technical data, really cool artwork of Lio Convoy right here, Maximal Supreme Commander. Let's get that a little bit more in focus. There we go. And then there is a little bio right there. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause that and you can check that out. So, and back of the card is just regular cardstock. So that's going to do it for the instructions and the little collector's card. And then we're going to get into the figure itself. So as you can see, this figure is a repaint of the Generations Orion packs that I've actually reviewed quite recently. And for the most part, it's the same figure, just repainted. They did do a little bit of retooling. We'll get into that when we get into the robot mode. But as you can see, it's the same truck that we have for Generations Orion packs, which is approximately 4.5 inches long and about 1.5 inches tall. He comes with the same weapons that Orion packs did as well. You've got your G1 inspired blaster right there, which is pretty cool. I really like the design of this gun. And then you've got yourself your axe right here with your translucent red plastic. So this guy is more of a translucent red, where the original was more of a translucent orange. So there is a slight difference in the color. It's very little. In fact, as I'm looking at it through the camera, you can see it more in person than you can in the camera. In the camera, they're coming through almost identical. But the one that came with the Lio Convoy is just a shade darker. So that's the weapons. And of course, as you saw, you can you get your little pegs right here on the side, so you can peg these guys on the side if you wish to do so, for storage and or in attack mode, just like that. But you know me, I don't like keeping my weapons on the vehicle, so I'm going to take those out. And that is pretty much going to do it for the vehicle. This one's going to be I'm going to go through this one a little quicker since I've already done Orion packs. So for comparison, here he is next to Orion packs, so you can see how they differ. And mold-wise, again, they don't differ at all in truck mode. It's just a straight-up repaint. And I do like, however, I have to mention on the paint job for this guy, for the truck, since he is Lio Convoy, they're kind of going for this lion theme right here. So you have to use your imagination a little bit, but you can see it, and it's kind of cool that it's there. So these pieces in the back, these little panels right here on the back, and this back piece here, these are all gold. So these are supposed to emulate kind of like that golden mane that Lio Convoy had. And then the eyes are supposed to be kind of like a visor, and then this will be end up being his snout, and then you see the nose and the mouth right there. And, you know, like I said, if you use your imagination, you can kind of see the lion's head right there. So the entire truck is meant to look like a lion's head. And I think that's really, really cool. You can see right here on the windshield, you've got a nice Maximal symbol right there, typographed onto the windshield of the truck. And then the detail of the paint job itself is really nice. I really like the gold paint on the wheels and on the sides here. This gold paint, it kind of has that fleck and sparkle kind of effect to it, which is really, really nice. I really like that gold paint on there. And the whites and the reds and the grays just really work well together. And just to get crazy, why don't we go ahead and take a look at him next to the original Lio Convoy right there, so you can see where the inspiration came from. All your whites and golds and reds and blues and all that. That's where these guys are coming from. And you can kind of see the lion head. I know it's a stretch. You have to use your imagination, but it is there. You know, and it's really, really cool. I enjoy that a lot. So there's Lio Convoy next to Lio Convoy, and we'll get into the transformation. And again, I'm just going to go through this real quick since I already did it with the Generations Orion packs. So if you want to see that more in detail and you haven't already, go ahead and go right over here and look at my other videos, and you can watch the video for Orion packs, which was not very long ago. It's a relatively recent video. So forming the legs down here. I've also noticed that the joints on this guy are really tight, so that's actually a good thing. I'm not going to be worrying about trying to pose this guy and him flopping down or anything like that. So that's another plus right there. Pop that guy forward, get the shoulders out, pop these guys into place. And again, it's just as I'm transforming this guy, I've already transformed him a few times, and I'm still just noticing that the joints are really, really tight, and some of these joints you just really have to work them to get them into place. Get the arms out, get the hands out rather, head up, head pops into place and snaps into place really nice. I don't know if you heard that there just now. It snaps into place really nice. Snap the torso down, and there is Lio Convoy in robot mode. I'm going to have to adjust the camera, and I think he looks awesome. And once again, just like before here in robot mode, Lio Convoy stands approximately 5.5 inches tall. Chest was not popped in all the way. And yeah, I really love the way this guy looks. Articulation, once again, is going to be the same. The head, now I don't know if it's going to be all the same. The original the Generations Orion packs, the head seemed to be on a ball joint, so you could do a little bit of up and down. This guy has a new head, and we're going to be taking a look at that side by side with the original here in a second. But this guy's head doesn't seem to go up and down. It just only seems to rotate side to side. But then you've got your full rotation right here at the shoulder. You've got in and out. You've got your rotation right at the bicep. You've got a nice 90 right there at the elbow. You've got a little bit of backwards too. That's due to transformation. And a little bit of in and out right here on the wrist, as well as rotation. You've got a rotation at the wrist, at the waist. You've got a ball jointed hip, so you got in and out, forward, backwards, all kinds of movement right there, as well as a rotation. Right there at the thigh, you've got a nice bend at the knee, and again, real tight joint right there. And you've got both a swivel and a ball joint at the ankle right there, so you can move this guy all over the place. So really nice articulation. And then, like I mentioned, we're going to take a look at this new head. So we'll bring this guy in real close. And I really love that new head sculpt that they gave him. It's very Lio Convoy, and I really, really dig it. I like it a lot. And here is the original head sculpt for Orion Pax. And as you can see, like I mentioned, you can do up and down on this guy. You can't really do that with the new guy. So I don't know if that's just a limitation due to the new sculpt or what. But again, the head sculpt for Orion Pax is very appropriate for Orion Pax, and then this new head sculpt for Lio Convoy is very appropriate for Lio Convoy. I really love the new head sculpt on that guy. It looks awesome. And we'll take a look at him here side by side with Orion Pax, just so you can see the differences in the paint job. Like I said, for the most part, the sculpt is going to be the same. The only thing that changed really was just that head and the paint job right there. And we'll give him a blaster, and we'll give him his axe, just so you can see what he looks like. We'll go ahead and move Orion Pax out of the way, and we'll see if we can give this guy like a cool pose for the camera right here. I'm really digging this guy. I really like the paint job, and I just really like the way this guy looks. Really digging it. So there you go. Kind of a little bit of a dynamic pose if I can get him to stand straight. And you know, I was just mentioning that the joints were really tight, and as soon as I said that, Murphy's Law applies, and now this shoulder joint seems to have loosened up a bit on me. So there's something to keep an eye out right there. The leg joints all still seem to be very tight on this guy, but as you can see, that guy's not doing a very good job of holding his weapon up, and that guy's doing all right, but this guy isn't. So there you go. There's Lio Convoy with his weapons. And just for the heck of it, here, let's get him standing straight again, because I'm going to need to move the camera up for this shot. And here, we'll just have him stand straight with his rifle, and we'll get a good faraway shot of this guy. I'm going to have to move this camera up just for the heck of it. Here he is with, once again, next to the original Lio Convoy. And just so you can see where the inspiration came from, if you're not familiar with this figure, you can see all the hints and all the cues that they took for the paint job. You've got your red chest, and you've got your white shoulders right here with the red arms. You've got the gray, almost black waist piece right here with the white thighs. And then you've got the gray shins with the red kneecaps, just like you do on this guy. Only difference here is that these guys seem to be flipped, where the original had the silver on the outside with the white on the inside. The new one's kind of flipped. You got the white on the outside and the silver on the inside. But you can obviously tell, it's very obvious that this guy was inspired by this guy right here, and I really, really love it. So there you go. There's him next to his original counterpart. We'll give him his axe one more time so we can give him a shot, a going out shot. We'll try one more time to get him to hold his weapon up and give him a battle pose right there. And hey, that seems to be working all right. So there you go. That's going to be our going out shot. I like that a lot. I'm digging that. So I think that is pretty much going to do it for the Transformers Collectors Club 2015 member exclusive figure, Lio Convoy. What did you think of this figure, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.